Hey guys, Liza Hudson here from Landing Page Guys, and welcome to another free landing page audit session. So guys, before I jump into the pages themselves, first of all, just want to run through a couple of things. The first one is, if you're watching this in YouTube currently and you are not a member of our Facebook group, then after this video, head on over to Facebook and search landingpagelab.com. So this is a free group we've created. There's like over nearly 4,500 members now. There's some great conversations going on in here. Plus you're going to find tips, tricks, deals, you name it, it's in here. Plus this is where you will need to be a member if you want to see your page featuring one of these videos. And guys, if you're already in the lab and you're watching this there, then make sure you head on over to our YouTube channel. It's Landing Page Guys. Hit the subscribe button and don't forget to hit the notification bell. That way you're not going to miss out anytime we drop fresh content. Now in here, there's just so much stuff. It's crazy. We show you how to create your landing pages. We show you how to build stores, lead gen funnels. You know, it's all in here, guys. So super cool content. Now, for those of you that haven't been here before, what's about to happen is I have opened up 6 pages from randomly chosen from the links that people have been dropping into the lab all week. And as always, guys, thank you. Your response is insane. Hence why I'm dropping a video so quickly after the last one. But essentially, I'm going to look at these pages properly for the first time today. I'm then going to go through each of these pages, and I'm basically going to be really quite brutally honest, but I'm going to give you guys some actionable feedback. If you go away and implement these changes today, you will see an uplift in your conversion rate. The results we get from these sessions are just insane. It's always so exciting. That's why I love doing them. And your feedback is amazing as well, guys. So thank you very much. So on to the best part of the video, I'm sure you'll agree. And that's the pages themselves. I've got with me, as always, my 2 trusty tools. So we have tools.pingdom.com. This is a free page speed test, guys. You can use this one as well, and it's really simple to use, which is lovely. And we also have builtwith.com. So this is going to show me what you guys are actually using to build your pages. So whether that's, you know, Shopify, WordPress, or or custom, or whatever it might be, this is going to show me what we have going on. So let me just drop that in here. Let's see what the first one is. So this is a HTML page. Well, I hope the speed is lovely. Let's have a look. Brilliant. See, this just shows you what clean code and what sort of HTML does. So you actually cannot beat a HTML page for kind of like load speed, and you can see them lower than this, but that's a fab speed there, guys. So let's go on to this first page. Again, those that have been here, you know what we're doing, but for those people that haven't, what we do is we work to something called the AIDA Principle. Now, what that means is above the fold here, so before I need to scroll anywhere, you are going to capture my attention. You're then going to pique my interest, create a sense of desire around your service or product, and then give me that repeat call to action. So that's the A, the I, the D, and the A, guys. So off the get-go, let's have a look at the first page then. This is obviously a Boolean investment. I like your branding with the bull. I quite like your design as well, using the different types of graph. It's like standard deviation in the background there. So I think you have a very nice design concept. Let me just have a look at what you're saying. Investments and assets. Okay, cool. Okay, so what you're doing here is you're telling me how, discover how I'm going to be able to protect my wealth and grow my portfolio. But what you haven't told me here above the fold is why this is going to benefit me. So as soon as I land, really, I should know what it is, how it's going to benefit me, how easy is it to get, and do I trust you? So if I were you guys, I would think about getting yourselves 3 kind of benefits in here. It's obviously going to be that I'm going to be increasing my revenue. I'm going to be setting up my pension nicely, and, it's all going to relate to money, but make sure you are getting those benefits on the hero section as well. If you feel like that's going to get too much, because personally, I think that would get a bit text heavy, you could consider moving this section of your design down and bringing your call to action over this side, and then you can bring everything up and get those benefits in there nice and cleanly. Your call to action itself is nice. It stands out from the crowd. What I would say is make it slightly bigger, and definitely get an emoji on there as well, because that will absolutely increase your click-through rate. Great to see that you've got trust and you're hinting on social proof here as well. So that's really, really cool. But we just need something to back this up. So above the fold, we absolutely need to see a testimonial. So someone that's actually downloaded this or got this guide, and they've reaped the rewards of actually taking the action. So definitely get that on there, but some really, really nice stuff. It's just a case of benefits, emoji, and a testimonial above the fold. As we go down, you should be starting to pique my interest, and here you're telling me how to invest, some of what I'll learn, okay? Okay, so I like your design again. I think it's very clean. Your use of image to text is absolutely spot on. Really nice. It's not overwhelming. It's cool. I love the fact that you're saying I can have physical audio or video. So that's a really key kind of sort of selling point, that as well. But again, there's nothing here to tell me about the benefits. So benefits sell any product, any service. It's just all about benefits. We're emotional people, even when it comes to, serious subjects. So I would add in a section here, and let's do the straightforward 1, 2, 3. So 1, fill in the form. 2, listen, read, or watch this guide. 3, benefit from, sitting on a lovely nest egg and not worrying about your future. So 1, what they need to do, 2, the way they can watch it, and 3, that benefit. Then have a repeat call to action. Then we go down into your content. So this is absolutely fine. Lovely. Your form fill is good. I would stick with the red because I think it stands out more than the green here. And also get yourself some stars underneath your call to action. So however many stars out of, however many wealthy gold investors, so pull on the emotive terms that are linked to this call to action as well, but definitely get the social proof under here as well, and get the emoji on your button as well. This here, you've got this exclusive gold kit is only available while limited stock. So you're creating scarcity, but it's lost. This is, it's not very in your face. So personally, I think about changing the text color here and making this stand out that bit more. So you want to create the scarcity, then make it stand out. Then as we go down, you're still piquing my interest, which is nice. We've got a bonus offer here. That's great. And again, you're giving me the contents of the book. So again, your content is absolutely lovely. Okay, then we come to the end. So what your page is lacking entirely, I know you feel like you've got it because you've got Trustpilot and Google here, but this isn't good enough on its own. We need to see a desire section as well. So get yourself 3 testimonials on your page. So 3 is like the minimum number you want, really, whether that's on a carousel or hard coded on here. You absolutely need to get 3 testimonials, social proof on the page itself. So this can show people they're engaging with you, others are engaging with you. It just gives you that extra credibility, and it's going to push that conversion rate up. The other thing you're missing from this page, guys, is a frequently asked questions section. So what are the barriers to entry here? Just think, what would people ask you? So they don't want people contacting you to ask these things or going away because you haven't answered their sort of simple questions. So absolutely ensure you get an FAQ section on here as well. But really nice page, really. It's just a case of getting some benefits on, some social proof, getting those emojis on. But yeah, really, really cool. I hope that one does well. Now let's move on to the next. We have Hazlitt Roofing Pros. Okay. My computer is on an awful go slow today. I do apologize. Okay. So it looks like we have another HTML page. Let's see what the speed is here. Again, look, performance grade A, load speed 1.5. It's so nice to see. Honestly, guys, it's lovely. So really, really good job there. Now let's look at the page itself. Okay, so off to get go. The first thing I'm going to say, I love your branding. I think it's very cute. Hazlitt Roofing Pros, that's wonderful. But what I would say is you are giving me some very, very conflicting information here. Now, we typically recommend, and certainly when we do lead gen, we'd recommend you have 1 call to action, guys. So if it's a call that works for you, go with the call. If it's the form fill, go with the form fill. Having two conflicting call to actions can be make people indecisive. But either way, for your hero section, I would I would move this. So I would just have the telephone number up here and have your form fill as the predominant call to action here. Because as it is, there's nothing else on this page telling me why I should even fill in this form or call you at this point, because there's no content here to give me cues, give me directional cues. So guys, you've got, need a roofing contractor. Great. Durability meant for your security. Okay, so you're implying that, things are going to be safe and nice and it's going to last for a long time. This isn't enough, guys. What we need is 3 or 5 bullet points talking about the benefits of you as a contractor, of your roofing over anybody else's. So give us those 3 to 5 benefits. Give us a nice benefits-driven headline, Even this, durability meant for security, that's better than, for a free quote call now. We don't even know what we're quoting for at this point. So let's get some bullet points on there as well and make it very, very clear why we should actually fill this form in today. Your call to action is fantastic. I love it. It does stand out, even though you're using blue. This does stand out. I would make your emoji slightly bigger on here, if I was honest. Your form fill, guys, you're not asking for anything outrageous, which is fab. You've got the balance just right, but have this as a form itself. So because it's going into the background, it just gets a little bit lost. I know what you're trying to do, you're trying to show off the roof, but ultimately, the goal here is to get them to fill this in. So make sure that this has got an actual hard sort of colour back on it, so it's a proper form. You are hinting that you've got social proof here, which is fantastic. It's really nice kind of stats you've got going on there, so that's lovely. But again, the same as the last page, you need to get a testimonial above the fold. So I don't doubt you've got loads of people in Hazlitt that have used your service. So get a testimonial above the fold, and that will increase your conversion rate here as well. And again, the same thing, get some stars on there. What's your rating? So you're telling us about this lovely stuff. Give us the star rating. People instantly recognize it, and then they can engage easier. Other trust things here might be quite cool. I think maybe if you had the Norton or the McAfee or something to show that this is secure, that will help you to boost that conversion rate as well. Then as we go down, you should be starting to pique my interest, and I'm just going to have a look. What are you talking about? There's no place like home. Oh, that's nice. See, that would be a better headline on your hero section. There's no place like home. That's why your concerns are our responsibility. Boom. Then go into 3 to 5 bullet points on your hero. It's got more context. It's making me feel like you care. But saying that, make sure you're bolding out any words that are important to you here. What I would say about this little section, it looks a little bit disjointed. I would probably centrally align the roofing Hazlitt with your text and bring it down so that it fits in with the picture. Because as it is, it just all looks a little bit disjointed. This is a nice section. It's very clean, very clear what you're doing. You now have a repeat call to action. So guys, keep your call to action absolutely the same. So you've got get free quote here. Make sure that this is get free quote here as well, get free quote, sorry. So keep it consistent. This call to action is absolutely terrible. Again, we don't advocate you having 2 call to actions. It would be great if you guys could test it. Have 1 page with your form fill, 1 page with your call now, whichever one works for you. Go with that. But if you are having to, and you insist on having to, regardless of what we say, then make sure it stands out, because this is terrible. So get a nice strong call to action, keep the wording the same, and again get those 5 stars underneath here saying about how 5 stars out of however many happy roof owners, So it could pull on the emotive terms as well. Then as we go down, you're piquing my interest. So you're starting to talk about your service, what you do. Again, here, guys, just make sure when we've got large bodies of text, you just want to be bolding out any words that are important to you. We'll invest heavily with time, energy, and integrity. That's great. So bold that out and make my eye be drawn to those key points. You could also use some form of icon if you wanted to, but definitely be bolding those things out. This guys, don't do this. Change this. If you're going to have this, have a repeat call to action, which I feel you should have. So again, with the button, again, with the emoji, and again, with the stars, it just reinstills that trust and keeps giving people directional cues, and it will jump them back to the form fill, obviously. This is lovely to see this. You've got examples of your work. Okay. Yeah, so that's really, really nice. I like that. And people always want to see that kind of stuff. So it's really good. Okay, so you're obviously still under development because you're using lorem ipsum. This is great, though. I love the fact that you've put this in clearly. So you just need to get the testimonials to fill that out. But really nice to see you've got a desire section. And then we get to the bottom. Okay, so once you've had your desire section, guys, you know, and you think you're happy with this part, you get yourselves a frequently asked questions section in here. And also when you're doing this, again, you know, you've changed the terminology. Again, this button is small, it's in your footer. You know, make your call to action stand out, get the emojis on there, get the stars under there as well. So actually you've got a nice page. Clearly you're under development at the moment, which means, you know, you've got room to add stuff in. So get your FAQ section in there. Get your call to action sorted out so that they're nice and consistent and big and clear with the social proof. Again, you know, same thing applies. I would work on this section here. It looks a little bit disjointed. And then obviously up here, we need some content. So we need that headline. We need those benefits. We need social proof and some trust proof as well. So moving on, thank you for that one, guys. I do love to get your feedback as well, guys, because obviously once people go away and they implement this stuff, you know, it's always absolutely fantastic to see kind of like what's going on with you guys. And let's go on. We have some sort of gaming chair. And here, guys, don't forget, I know I keep going on about it, but seriously, if you're in YouTube and you're not a member of our Facebook group, then please head on over there. It's just such a cool group and there's so much stuff going on in there. Let me just see what this one is. Okay, we have a Shopify. And of course, the only way to get your page audited in one of these sessions is actually to become a member of the landing page lab. So every couple of weeks, or lately every week, I'll drop a post and then you guys get to submit your links. And then it could be your video that you see next on here. Okay, so, oh gosh. Okay. So this is terrible. Clearly, this is terrible. This is going to be harming your conversion rate on its own. So regardless of what conversion principles, I don't even know yet because I haven't looked. This is a major issue. This could be compressing images and some stuff server side, but I would definitely be looking into this right now because this needs to be sub 2 seconds. You definitely need to be getting this one down. So yes, not cool. Guys, it really hits your conversion rates, page speed. So let's look at the page itself. Why is it loading so slowly? I can't. I'm just going to have a look. A lot of imagery. It's probably going to be a lot to do with images. So let's look at the page then. What have we got? The world's first hybrid chair throne. Cool. As a new company, the game is thrown. Okay, so off the get there, the first thing I'm going to say is that I can see you're going for a very kind of psychedelic, very funky look, and that's absolutely fine. But this all looks way too busy, way too busy. And the main reason this is looking too busy is because nearly a third of your page is being taken up with your header. So guys, seriously, decrease the size of your logo by at least half, and bring this up by at least half. This does not need to be taking up all of this room. Plus, you know, you've got this on here as well, which is just elongating it yet again. So this is not doing you any favors, guys. So I would definitely get rid of at least half of your banner. That's going to pull everything up and give you the space to do what you want to do rather than having this kind of disjointed, all a bit too busy. So again, you know, your headline is great. You're telling me you're a new company and you've given me some social proof, which is fantastic. You're also sort of giving me some trust because this is Forbes, so you've been featured in. I think you're just chucking everything at it. This feels like you're chucking everything at the page and seeing where it will land. But guys, you can lay this out a bit neater and this is just going to have so much more value for this page. So go with your headline. You know, this is great. Go with this. Then ideally, bearing in mind all of this will be moved up, you know, have your featured in across the bottom here. So where we can see the chair throne and what people say, this is where you want your featured in. So that helps instill trust and it draws the eye to the right place. And you've got your imagery. Then give us like 3 to 5 bullet points talking about the benefits of this chair. Is it that it's going to save my back? Is it that it's going to make me feel empowered? What is it about this chair that I need to know. So make sure you're getting that above the fold as well. This is great that you've got the stars up here, guys. You know, you've got the testimonial from Forbes. Personally, I would put Forbes down here and have an actual testimonial above the fold. I can see that you've got the testimonials here, but I would rework this entire section, guys, to be honest. Absolutely rework it. So pull everything up, get this on here, get your 3 to 5 bullet points in here. There's no call to action here whatsoever, which is crazy. This is your hero section. So you need to get a call to action on here, you know, then have your stars underneath it, and make sure that that's all kind of sitting right. Then as we go down, typically we'd be going into the interest section. You've gone down into your desire. It's awesome to see you've got the desire section. Just think it's in the wrong place. So you should be going down into, now you're giving me like the content, and that's about this chair. Again, I feel like I'm just going to have a look through to see what's going on. Okay, so you're selling lots of different chairs because obviously this is your homepage. I would have a section here and just break down the process for people. So 1, choose your chair. 2, we're going to get it to you within 2 to 3 days. 3, you're going to benefit because you're going to, you know, feel empowered, or your back won't hurt again, or best gaming experience. So break it down into a 1, 2, 3 section for people. Then go into your content. The way you've striked out your pricing, we always recommend that, definitely. However, it just looks better when it's in the same line. It just all looks a little bit kind of busy. Over here, this is fine. You know, you've got your content, spring sale. With your call to action, you know, it's great that it stands out from the crowd. I think it's fantastic. Make sure you're getting some payment icons or some social proof under here as well, guys, because that will help to increase your conversion rate and your click-through rate there. As we go down, you know, you're giving me more about the features of the chair, which is fantastic. You're giving me related products. This is a home page. So, you know, it's a very different purpose from a sales page. However, you are still trying to sell this. So we understand why you have different products and related products here. Again, you're giving me some content about one of the other types of chair. You definitely need to get some social proof, some trust proof icons with your call to action, guys. So make sure you are doing that. I also feel like, I know you're trying to fit in with your color palette. I think you would be better to have a conflicting color altogether. So in this case, it's quite difficult to find a conflicting color. I would say maybe go with the green, because you don't seem to have too much green, but just keep it nice and bold and consistent. So do keep it consistent all the way through. Great call to action. It's lovely. I don't know about the heart, to be honest. I still think the pointing emoji, we know from our data that it's a very influential little emoji at the moment. So maybe think on that. Again, get those stars. I mean, here compared to, you can barely see this at all. So make sure this is absolutely standing out. You know, we're selling it for this. So see how much you would be saving, guys. So make sure that's just standing out. Again, you know, you're giving me more about the layout, the features. And this is a very nice section, but it's a shame. So this is a lovely, lovely section. The content here is fantastic. But because if you scroll, you know, like for example, if I scroll to here, suddenly I can't read this. So maybe think about having the dark behind it entirely, because this is key selling points here. We're all working from home at the moment. You know, I know we're all going back, but ultimately many of us are still working from home. So this would be absolutely amazing. This should be way higher on your page, guys. So this is the benefits of your product. So let's get that a little bit higher. And then you go down into the bottom. So guys, your desire section, which you had at the very top, ideally you would want that further down. So you would want your interest, and then you would want your, sorry, I got a little bit lost because there's so much going on this page. Sorry. So you want your interest. So all of your different interests. And then you've got obviously all of your lots of different chairs, your collections. Then we would go down into desire. And from there, guys, we would go into a frequently asked questions section. So I know you'll probably have it somewhere. Yeah, you'll have it somewhere in your page, but get them on the page. If you're asking people to purchase a chair from that page, get them on the page itself. Don't make people wander around for it. So get a frequently asked questions section on here, and then give a repeat call to action. So in this case, you're trying to drive them into your store. I understand that, but don't forget to get the 5 stars or have many stars underneath these. And also these payment icons, which are fantastic. are nowhere evident on the rest of your page, guys. So you need to be getting those around these call to actions, underneath these call to actions. These are way big enough to have your payment icons and then the stars as well. So you've got some really cool content. It's just very, very busy, and the layout is a bit crazier. I think where the most impact, the most change needs to be on your hero section, guys. But I would love to see this one change. So, let me know how you get on, guys, because that would be wicked. And let's go to the next page. And we have some art. Guys, if you don't know how to, do your speed, we never want to sell on these videos. This is about giving you content. But if you have any questions or you want to reach out, just hit me up. It's Liza Hudson. You can inbox me on Messenger, and I can get you in touch with the team itself. Or I'm more than happy to answer any questions you might have as well. So let's go in. I think I have just done the same one. I do apologize. Clearly having a moment, Liza. Okay. Okay, so the next page we have another Shopify one. Shopify is great. It is so user-friendly. Shopify, WordPress, they're all great. So, oh look, your load time. That's interesting. Okay, guys, I would run your load speed for the Game of Thrones through about sort of 4 or 5 times and see what your average speed is, and go from there, really, because that's a huge discrepancy. And let's have a look here. Okay, so I'll just let that one run and we'll go to the page itself. This looks like another home page. Guys, if you're running traffic to home pages, in all honesty, our advice would be don't. Go direct response every time. A direct response page will out convert anything and everything else that you can put out there. Their sole purpose is to sell this one product or this one service. There's no navigation. There's no distraction. It's just all about that product. A homepage is more generalized. It's leading you into the store. It's a crazy place to drive your traffic. But saying that, the conversion principles still absolutely need to be met as well. So first thing off the get-go on this one, we've got personalized arts and gifts. That's really cute. We see quite a few of these types of sort of stores, which is nice. Your branding's very clean. You've gone for this nice sort of pastel image. What I would say is, like, this is your hero. Most people's heroes would be cut off probably just below where it says shop. But either way, this call to action is way too innocuous. I can barely see it at all, guys. So pull everything up, because this is not going to be fitting onto a fold. So pull everything up. Your call to action is way too small. It doesn't stand out. So get a bigger call to action on here. Get some social proof above the fold as well, in the form of some stars, and definitely a testimonial above the fold. And, I get it, with a homepage, you want the top to be dynamic, in which case you can leave it barer. But ideally, you still need to be getting some of the benefits as to why I should be, using your service or going for your personalized arts and gifts. Or it's going to be that it's personal, isn't it? It's a lovely, lovely thing. As we go down, you should be piquing my interest, and you are. So it's great that you've got bestsellers. That's such a good practice for a homepage. So it's nice to see you doing that. Let me just read this. Add a personalized name to any piece for free. Fantastic. 1, 2, 3. Brilliant. Okay, so you've got some really good components there, but in terms of design, you really need to make a feature of this. So, you see how you've got your actual artwork laid out. Let's do that with a section with this 1, 2, 3, because as it stands, this is just tiny, and this is basically your key process for your entire store. So make it bigger. So 1, select your favorite design, use an icon, use some text to explain. 2, personalize with any name for free. Again, use an icon and use some text to explain. And 3, free shipping. And you're going to benefit from having this lovely piece in your house or in your life. Then you go down into your sort of bestsellers, which is nice. It's fine. I love the way you've put the stars and the pricing here. So that's a really good practice for when you're showing off collections. That's really nice. Shop full collection. Okay, it is a collection, but your call to action is black, your branding is black and white. So I would change the color of this. And this is the first call to action, really, because you can't see this one at all. So, make sure you've got nice, strong call to action. And again, I know you've got all these stars here, but get those stars and then pull out on the emotive part. So, we've got 4.8 stars out of 5 from happy art owners, so again, with the benefits. And we go down into desire, which is lovely. You've got a good desire section. I would get rid of this. You don't need to say show more reviews because you've clearly got a carousel here. So there's no need to have that button there at all. And I know it sounds really picky, but make sure this is all sitting in line as well. And these are great images, by the way. It's really nice to actually see the people with the artwork. So I think these are absolutely gorgeous. So it's a lovely, lovely section. I would probably, you've got another call to action. So this is nice. Your use of imagery is lovely. Now you're starting to give me the kind of the interest, which is cool. I would probably bold out the words that you feel are important here. It just feels a little bit kind of not bland. That's too harsh. Just make sure you're bolding out your header at least. And also, American brand, that's a huge thing. So bold out those key works. I'm not a fan of your call to action, guys. I just feel like you need to have some color because these just get lost. I know you're going for a branded look, but ultimately the goal is to get them in. So make sure these do actually stand out. Like the Amazon Gold is a killer for conversion. So maybe think about that, and definitely always get nice repeat call to actions with stars and things. This is nice. So you're doing something for charity as well. So doing well by doing good. These are key selling points on any homepage or any brand. So this is a really nice component, but again, it's not being conveyed so much over here. You've got a nice keyring here, so why not use the icon over here as well, just to reinforce that message and make sure you're bolding out the fact that we're doing good whilst we're doing these kind of things. So really, really nice content there. As we go down again, you're leaving me with the images, which is nice. Dedication to quality and okay, so we've hit the bottom. Okay, so guys, before we get to the bottom, the one thing I would say is just add yourselves in another section. So let's get a frequently asked questions section on the page itself. People think we're crazy saying put it on a homepage, but honestly, it has such an impact. So get the most frequently asked questions on the page immediately, so for people to see. Your content is lovely. Your call to actions definitely need to be, made to stand out more. You need to get those social proof stars and that underneath your call to actions, and also some trust. So I saw you had the payment icons down at the bottom, but that was literally buried at the bottom of the page. So again, give us some trust seals here. So give us some trust seals on your page, whether it's the payment icon, whether it's the you've got security and things going on, definitely gets that going on. So we need trust and social proof above the fold, a much stronger call to action. We need to add in that 1, 2, 3 with design with this part, because that's super key. And then as we go through, it's all good. It's more about your call to actions and bolding out those key words. So really nice little product there, actually. And we are on to number 5. Gosh, okay, that's in Indonesian. So guys, if you've watched these before, I am definitely going to cheat, and I am going to, I am going to translate that into English. So let's have a look. We have got WordPress. Again, another super user-friendly platform. And also you've got a lot of design control with WordPress, which is always very, very good. So what's the speed on this page? Okay, so while that's running, yeah, it's still running, we will have a look at the page itself. So first of all, let's translate it, because I have no idea what this is. And let's have a look. Okay, so unlimited social media graphic design services. Request as many designs, subscribe. So it's a subscription for graphic designs. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so again, off the get-go, looking at this initially from your imagery, if I'm 100% honest, but that's probably because I couldn't read it. I thought this was food packaging, but your imagery is nice. It's clear. You're showing your product here. It's great. Same thing applies for you guys. You need to get some social proof above the fold, and that will make a huge difference. I think your call to action, it's it is standing out, definitely, but get a stronger emoji on there and bold out your subscribe now, because when it goes to green, it goes almost invisible. So make sure you're bolding that out. Get the 5 stars or 4.8 stars out of however many on here. It's great to see you've got this trusted by. I think you would be better off if you put this so it goes all the way across the page rather than trying to get it onto 2. That way it's going to be clearly evident above the fold that you've got that awesome trust going on there. So that's really cool. Again, the same as I've said with everybody today, and that let's see the benefits. What's the benefit of having as many designs and revisions? Well, it's going to be that there's no hidden charges, so I don't have to worry. Make sure you're always pulling out the benefits, guys. Benefits sell and features tell, and it's so key on the psychology of selling at the moment that you just need to pull out on those benefits. As we go down, you should be piquing my interest. You're giving me lots of kind of imagery to work with. So basically, you get unlimited patic, you can design all these for one price. That's cool. So you're showing me kind of what's in there. You've got a repeat call to action. Again, get your social proof under there, those stars, and also if there's any sort of payment icon, to make sure you are making that very, very clear. Again, I feel like all pages, to be perfectly honest, benefit from 1, 2, 3. When you're doing a classic kind of page, you would do it as the next section. So you're piquing my interest. You're leading me in with a very simple process. So what's the process? I choose my subscription. Then I get access to all of this stuff instantly, and then I'm going to benefit from not having to worry, and you're going to do all the work for me. So let's get a section in after your trust. Then you've got your content, which is fine. You're repeating your call to actions, which is nice. That's a very clean section, really clean. And your use of icons to text is absolutely spot on, really nice. Again, it's all about adding that trust and social proof underneath these call to actions. You're giving me more here. What's this? Read about this collaboration. Okay, so just a little one on here. That's really cool because you're showing you're working with other people. If this is here, I'm not going to click it because it will take me away, but if it doesn't have this come in a pop-up, so don't give people a reason to go to another part of your page. This is an absolute distraction. It's like it just kill your conversion rate. So if you're going to have this further information here, let's have that information come in a pop out. Testimonials, it's awesome to see you've got video testimonials. I hope you've got written as well, which is absolutely fantastic. I feel like you could have had another call to action at this point, guys, just because we're scrolling quite a way now. And on mobile, that would be quite long. So get yourself another call to action in there as well. Again, really nice imagery. It's cool what you're doing. So using lots of visual cues here. So you've got a big offer on. See, now you've got a big offer on. This should have been above the fold. So, 40% off. That should be right up on your hero section, loud and proud. You're creating a sense of scarcity, which is fine. So you've got bestseller here. Okay, and buy now. Okay, you absolutely 100% need to get some payment icons here. You need to have an emoji on your button. You need to keep it the same as well. So if it's subscribe now, then keep it as subscribe now, and get that emoji on there as well. Then as we go down, so you're breaking down the payment plan, it's fine. You then go into, okay, so we got frequently asked questions. That's great. So you're using all of the right sort of components here, which is lovely to see. And then you go down into bundles. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so bundling is an absolutely awesome thing, or to have different plans where it's going to be the most popular, the best value, like you've told me up here that this is the best seller. It might be nicer to have all of these presented to them straight away, but obviously making sure that this one absolutely stands out from the crowd, because it just looks a little bit disjointed as we go down. And learn more, is this taking me to another page, or can I not just purchase this at this point? So just make sure you're keeping all of your messaging clear, guys. But yeah, there's a few things you guys can do to improve your conversion rate here, but it'd be nice to see how this one changes. Definitely get all this information above the fold. It is key selling points for you guys. And again, it's all about getting that social proof and some benefits on there as well. And what was the speed on that one? 5.25. Okay, I'm going to run it again just to make sure. Sorry, guys, I know this is slowing us down. Let's just see. I'll let that run while we're going, because 5.25 is a crazy long time. We don't want it to be that long. Guys, for every 1 second you decrease your conversion rate, you can have anywhere from like a 3 to 10% uplift in conversion. So it is one of like top 5 things out there for sure. And what was the speed? Yeah, 4.8. So guys, your performance code is good, but it makes no difference really when your load speed is that high. So definitely look at that. Look at compressing your images, because you use lots of images on yours. And there might be some stuff you can do server side to remedy that as well. And we are, I believe, going into the last page. So the last page is a Shopify store. And the speed is, we'll just let that run. Okay, so we have a fashion homepage. Now, guys, I don't know if you know, but fashion and jewelry are 2 of the hardest sort of industries to build pages for, to build sites for, because they kind of have different principles involved. So this is why we don't typically do audits on fashion pages or home pages, because they conform to so different principles. They absolutely need the conversion principles on there, but they're not typical in the sense of your normal kind of page. The first thing I'm going to say is, if you are running again traffic to a home page and to a fashion home page, don't do it. Go direct response. You're just chucking money away if you are sending people to a home page. But as we've said, principles do apply all the same. Now, the major difference with a fashion homepage or with any fashion store is that you have to balance performance with principles, with aesthetics, and sort of like the branding of the site. So for any homepage, you're going to need to put yourself very much in the mindset of the consumer. So you want something ideally that's going to be good value to begin with, that is pleasing to the eye, or in line of what you're kind of looking for, and that you've got the ability to quickly find what it is you're looking for. So for the homepage, sort of best practices, your imagery is gorgeous. You've obviously got a very clean, very pastel kind of branding, which is great. It's absolutely lovely. And again, you've got plastic-free stretch lemons, so you've got an eco angle here as well, which is a really cool thing. Great to see you've got the 5 stars. We would still recommend getting a testimonial above the fold, even when it's branded. It just does really help improve that conversion rates. But one of the things that you're missing here for a fashion store, best practices, would be the ability to easily find something. So, for example, if you go to ASOS, what you'll see is they have these really large picture panel images with the latest discounts, and the latest offers to tempt you in, but they also have a very large menu. And what that means is that you can really easily navigate their site. So you can look through collections, you can, go through sort of categories without having to struggle around. And the other thing that they have, and what you need here on this page, is a search tool. So basically you need to have a search bar so that people can go in there, pop in a keyword, and then they find what they're looking for. That means they don't have to go through filters, they don't have to trawl through your site, and it makes it a much less easier sort of path of least resistance, for your consumers. So make sure you're getting a search bar on here, guys. But overall, the branded look looks lovely. You've got this. It would be nice to see some trust, which you've got here. Fantastic. So you've got trust, which is absolutely awesome. So like I say, guys, you were all expecting me to go, where's this, where's that, where's this? Fashion is very, very different. It's a different niche, a different industry. So for fashion, it's all about the looks. Then it's about the accessibility and the user-friendly kind of way. And also it's appealing to your market. So making sure, so you've got a bestseller here, which is great. Really nice that you've got a bestseller. I'm just going to have a look. Have you got... Okay, so you've got save 15% on your first order. What you guys could do with on this page as well, and it's kind of up to you where you locate this, but it would be to have a sales section. So you can use a plugin, to rotate out certain items, but ultimately people always want to feel they're getting an offer. So on a fashion homepage, to have a section that's showing some kind of sale will help to increase your conversion rate as well. But as we go through, it's very clean, it's very very branded. It's a typical kind of fashion homepage. You've got your stars here, which is great. I would definitely pull out on the emotive terms still. You need to say that this is out of, stylish and a happy kind of gene owners. So make sure you're pulling out on the emotions. Your text is way too faint. So you need to either make this a slightly stronger font or be bolding out some words here, because this is too faint. So definitely think on that as well. As you go down, you're still giving me the engaging content. This is great. This stuff here is absolutely great. To be honest, this would be better, serve you better higher up. Almost switch the sections around, because this is an eco-friendly product. This is your key selling point as well as the aesthetic of it. So I would have that higher. This is a nice section again, really nice. I like what you're doing here. Make sure you're getting the stars underneath these as well. Then we go down to shop the looks, which is great. I'm hoping, I'm not going to, but I'm hoping if I click on one, it will take me to the page, very similar to ASOS. That's really nice. It would be great if you could get some pricing. We need to see some pricing. We need to see some savings on your homepage. It's going to engage people that bit more. You've gone into frequently asked questions, which is so nice to see. I've been saying it all the way through, and you guys have nailed it on your homepage. So that's really, really nice. What you don't have is a desire section, guys. So this is a gorgeous product. Go away, get yourself a desire section. So go from all of your interests, shop the looks, into desire, then into these frequently asked question sections. But overall, I think it's lovely. It's very clean. It is a fashion homepage. And you're probably all thinking, what? That's not an audit. But guys, honestly, fashion is very, very different. It's all about basically initially focusing on the beauty, making sure it looks great, using like big images, having clear statements of offers, any savings at the moment, and then still incorporating these conversion principles, but way more subtly. So it's just about having the nice social proof. You do still need to get some trust on here, guys. You don't have any form of payment icons or anything, which is not going to be doing you any favors. So make sure you've got the different payment icons that you take on here as well. So guys, I have non-stop talked to you for ages now, and I really thank you for being here. And guys, don't forget, give us your feedback. Let us know how you get on. If you've got any questions, then please don't hesitate to ask. Make sure you go over to YouTube channel, subscribe there, guys. Loads and loads of cool content. And I really look forward to the next session. Thanks, guys. Bye.